Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's topic is expansion of algebraic expressions. So commonly used expressions are if you have a 3 times 2a plus b. If you're given an expression and they're asking you to expand it, the brackets or these parentheses means that this term or whatever this number is, this will have to multiply to whatever is inside these brackets or these parentheses. So expanding means you multiply this, whatever the number is here, whatever the number here is, you multiply this to this term and this term. So this means that 3 have to multiply with 2a, and then you have to write down whatever is here. The sign here, the sign is plus. Now you multiply the 3 to b. So this gives us 2 times 3 gives us 6a in a as it is. So you write 6a. Now 3 times b is 3b. So that is the expansion. Right? Similarly, if you are given another expression 2 times x plus 1 plus 3 times x minus 5. So what we can do is again the same thing. It means this 2 has to multiply to x and this 2 has to multiply to 1. And then this 3 has to multiply to x and this 3 has to multiply to minus 5, or you can say 5. So 2 times x plus 2 times 1 and then 3 times x, and then this plus and this minus. So this is plus 3 and that is minus 5. So you can write down a plus 3 into minus 5, because the signs matter in the multiplication. The signs does matter. So plus 3 and minus 5 gives us minus, the number would be something minus, so that is 2x. 2 times 1 is 2, 3 times x is 3x, and now plus 3 into minus 5 gives us minus 15. So if you multiply a positive into a negative, it gives you a negative. If you multiply a negative into a negative, it gives you a positive. So now you have here x term, you have here x terms, right? And then these are constants. So 2x, and then you have, so you can rearrange it, 2x, and this is plus 3x, and we have plus 2, and we have minus 15. So you can see these are constants and these are the x terms. So you can add 2x and 3x. So you have 2x and you have 3x. You add them, that gives you 5x. So that is 5x. And here you have minus 15 and plus 2. So with minus 15, if you add 2, that would give you minus 13. So this expression can be written as in this form, and that is the expansion of this expression. Right? Okay, let's solve another type of expressions. So you can see that this is one term and there is a term in the bracket. So again, this whole term 2x will multiply to 3x. 2x times 3x, and this 2x will multiply, and there is a sign of negative, so you write down the negative. Then this is 2x times y. One of the best method would be that if you write them in brackets, or these are called parentheses, so that you know the symbols. So it has a positive, you wrote positive, here's a positive, you wrote positive, right? And then this negative comes here, so this is 2x is positive, and you put a positive y over there. Now this gives us 2x times 3x gives you a 6 and x square, right? Because here the power of x is 1 and here the power of x is 1, and there is a rule that if you have the same base, if there is a number with the same base, then the powers are added. So you write down the base x and add the powers. So here x power 1, x power 1, when you multiply them, you just take 1x and you add 1 plus 1, which gives you 2, right? And then here you have 2 times xy gives you minus 2xy. So that is the expansion of this term. Similarly, let's go to one more problem. 2p and 3p minus 5q minus p into 2q minus p. Again, simplified form would be 2p into 3p. This will multiply to this and this will multiply to this. Then a minus sign, 2p into 5q. Now, if there is a minus over here, you have to be very careful with that, right? So I will use this method. Just write down the minus, use a square bracket, and then do the rest of the calculations, right? So now if we write minus here, you are left with this one now. Now you have to multiply p according to the method that we understood. So p into this and p into this. Then a minus, this minus here, and then a p, and then into that p. This minus matters. This matters a lot, because if you write it down straight away, you might do some mistakes over here in the signs. So what did I do is that you take it out so that at the end we can apply it. So again, the same property 6, p power 1 gives you p square. This gives you minus 2 times 5 is 10 p and q, and then a minus as it is. This gives us 2 pq, and that gives us minus p square. Now you can expand it again, 6p square as it is minus 10 pq as it is. Now this minus is multiplied to this term and this term. So if I multiply minus 2 plus 2pq, that gives us minus 2pq, because minus into plus gives us minus. Now if I multiply this minus to expand it, I have to multiply this into this term. So this is minus and this is minus, so this will give us plus p square, because minus into minus gives us a positive or a plus. Now again you can arrange them, p square, we have another p square, so plus p square, then minus 10 pq and minus 2 pq. They are same terms, and you can see that they are same terms. So 6p square and p square gives us 7p square. And then if you have two terms with a negative sign, is you add them, right, but put the sign of the negative. So minus 10 pq and minus 2 pq gives us minus 12 dq, and that is the expansion. This is the expansion of this equation, or this expression, not equation. Now for further expansions, now you will have expressions of this type. And how do we solve or expand these expressions is by multiplying the first term into this inside the bracket, the first one, and the second one, right? And then we write down this, whatever is the symbol over here, whatever is here, a positive or a negative, and then we multiply this one. So I will just like this to this term, and we multiply it to this term. So you will see now it's very simple. The first term a is multiplied to the first here, then this term, this addition or subtraction, this sign a is multiplied to 3, right? So the first part is done. The second part, you have to now look for the symbol of this one, or the sign. Here the sign is positive, so you write down the positive. And if it's positive, you can solve it straight away. But if it's negative, I would suggest that you use the square brackets and at the end apply the negative, right? So here it's a positive. Let's do the positive one. Now 7 is multiplied again to the first term. So 7 into a, and 7 is multiplied to the second term. So 7 into 3, right? So we're done with the second part. Now you multiply a again, the power rule. So that would be a square, that would be 3a, plus that would be 7a, and that would be 21. So 7a and 3a gives you 10a. So we have a square plus 10a plus 21, so which is the expansion of this expression, right? Let's do one thing with a negative, and then we'll move on to a different type of expansion. So here we go with a c minus 2 and c plus 7. So again, first, second, then the symbol negative. I should go here. And now this one, the first and to the second, right? So c is multiplied to c, symbol is positive, c is multiplied to 7, c is multiplied to c, the symbol, the sign c is multiplied to 7. Now this sign, which is minus, and I told you with a minus it would be better that you use a square bracket first. So now we don't deal with this sign negative. 2 into c plus 2 into 7, right? Now this would gives us c square, that would be 7c, minus that would be 2c, and plus 14. C square 7c. Now you can multiply the negative into inside. So minus into plus gives you minus 2c, minus into plus gives you minus 14. So 7c minus 2c gives you 5c. C square plus 5c and minus 14. Right? So it's not very hard. Okay, there is one a different one, that if you have 3 terms, so it goes almost the same. You multiply this, the first term, to the first one, and to the second one, and you use this symbol here, right? Then you multiply the second one to the first one, second one to the second one, again you use this sign. And now again the first one is multiplied to the first one, and this is multiplied to the second one with the sign, that one. In between the signs here, so plus in the first one, you write the first one, you use the symbol, this one. You're done with the first one, you use this symbol, then write down the second one. When you're done with the second one, you write down the sign and go to the third one. So let's do it. X square is multiplied to the first x, and then we use this plus, and then x square is multiplied to 2. So you are done with the first part. What we use the symbol here, plus, again x into x, this sign, x into 2. Now the third time, now we have to use this sign over here, whatever the sign is here, 1 time x and 1 time 2. So this gives us, power is square 2 and power 1, bases are same, so powers are added, x cube, that would be 2x square, bases are same, powers are added, so x square plus 2x plus 1 times x is x and 1 times 2 is 2. So we have x term here, we have square terms, x square terms here, and this is x cube. So x cube comes as it is. We have 2x square and x square. So if you add them, they will give us 3x square. Now again, if you add 2x and x, it gives us 3x, and then the 2 as it is. So the expansion of this expression is this one.